Good day, everyone. So, by the way, my name is Anna Emily Amaki. So, for today, I would like to present to you my PowerPoint, which is Module 4. It is all about. So, the topic is the global enter system. So, according to the discipline hypothesis, globalization restrains governments by including increased budgetary pressure. As a consequence, government shift their expenditure in favor of our transfer and subsides and away from the expenditure. So, the first I what is global interstate system? So this historically that state has been forced to adapt systematic dynamic of which globalization is only host recent through undeniable and the most complex decade challenge of globalization are commonly beyond the control of any one state. So the second one is state. State is a political unit that has authority over its own affairs. In other words, its borders are recognized by other countries. So, a political organization of society or the body of politic or more narrowly, the institute of government. And next one is global governance in the 21st century. So there is a series of specific factors behind the emergence of global governance. The first and the list must be declining power of the nation states. So and a second one is a factor is vast flows of all sorts of things that run into often right through the borders of nation. And the second one is the effect of globalization to government. So one of the key aspects of things is sovereignty and the government. Government is a group of people who have the ultimate authority to act on behalf of state. Each state has been own right to self-determination and that other country should not intervene in the affairs of that state unless there are extraordinary reasons to do so. And the next one is, what is the challenge to the government? So the first one is traditional challenge. So the traditional challenge is lack of transparency, outdated infrastructure, legacy system, and incompatibility. And the second one is the challenge of national identity movements, the unique culture. So, and the third one is the global economics, which is the political globalization. And the next one is the global social movements, the debt relief, and the trade. And the next one is the relevance of the states amid globalization. State is a polity under a system of governance. It's a detentive political community with its own set of rules and practices, and that is more or less separate from other communities. And the next one is the first element of state is a permanent population. Permanent population refers to a population that linked to a specific base of territory of permanent basis. The population must reasonable stable. So the territory is an administrative division, usually an area that is under the jurisdiction of state. A geographical areas such as sovereignty, control, or jurisdiction of a state or other entity. And the government body of a nation, state, or community. The rule territory according to the administrative law. And the sovereignty is full right and power of government body over itself without any interference from other side source or bodies. It is a political concept that refers to a dominant power of supreme authority. And the next one is the Peace Treaties and Military Alliance, the UN and NATO, or UN and NATO. The global politics entails relationship of countries and different government and non-government organizations. United Nations is an intergovernmental organization that aims to maintain the international peace and security, develop friendly relationship among nations, achieve the international cooperation, and be century of harmonizing the action of nations. So the maintain is international peace and security become a central mission of UN after the war up this day. The UN is a major force and a government interstate relationship. That's for Retzer 2015. So what is the UNICEF? UNICEF is a United Nations agency responsible for providing humanitarian and developmental aid to children worldwide. The agency is the most widespread and recognizable social welfare and organization in the world within the presence of 19th centuries and theorists. It is also the primary goal and to help children around the world. And the environmental issues. Such a population hazardous waste are addressed through United Nations Environment Program. So that is UNAP. UNAP is responsible for coordinating the UN's environmental activities and assisting developing countries in having environmentally sound policies and practice. So it is also responsible for coordinating responses to environment issues within the United Nations system. And the second one is IPCC. So this is Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. So what is IPCC? It is an intergovernmental body of United Nations that is decided to provide the world with objective scientific information relevant to understanding the scientific basis of the rise of human-induced climate change, natural, politic, and economic impacts and risks. And there are possible response of options. So the second one is ICC. So what is ICC? It is International Criminal Court. ICC or International Criminal Court is an intergovernmental organization, international tribunal and set of Hague, Netherlands. It is the first and only permanent international court with jurisdiction to prosecute individuals for the international crimes of against humanities, war, and the crime of aggression. It is also investigate and where warranted tries individual charged with the harvest crimes of concern to the international community. So and the third one is ITLOS or the International Tribunal of the Law of the Sea. So it is governmental organization created by the mandate of Third United Nations Conference. So on the law of the sea, it is established by United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea. And next is OCHR, the Office of United Nations High Commissioner of Human Rights. Office of United Nations High Commission of Human Rights. It is department of Secretariat of the United Nations that works to promote and protect the human rights, and it's also the guaranteed under the international law and stipulated of the University Declaration of Human Rights of 1948. It is also present the world promotion and protection of the full range of human rights and the freedom set out the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And that next one is um, NOTO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It is called it is an international intergovernmental military alliance between 13 European and North American countries. The organization implements of the North Atlantic Treaty that was signed off um, April 1949. It is also aimed guaranteeing freedom and security of its members through political and military means. And the next one is the global citizenship. Citizenship is the status of the person recognized under the custom of law of sovereign state of local jurisdiction as a member or belonging the state. It is also associated with rights and obligations. It is also a relationship between the individual and state, which is the individual owes allegiance and towards entitled of protestation. Um, so that's all. Thank you for watching and God bless.